Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is This Grand Life Strategy and Tactics, Episode 2. So when we last left our, rather embattled young lady of Nima Relicta, we found ourselves awakening in not only a really bad life situation, but an economy that is essentially in the toilet. So yeah, it took us a little while to get to our desired job of being a bouncer, but we are now a bouncer in the bar. And that means that we can work and get our fun at the same location. That saves time. But there's a greater reason. We're not going to bouncer our way to $1 million. Not at $13.80 an hour? No. That would take forever. So a little note about the order of operations when you're fulfilling your needs here. First off, because when you click on any given need, it always takes this much time, regardless of how much benefit you get out of it or whether or not you're maxing things out. So like right now, we're at 41. And eating at home would give us 7.2 per hour times 10 hours. That's 72% of hunger going up here. Now, being that our hunger is only at a 41, we'd be wasting a little bit of time here. So one of the things that we can do to sort of make our hunger fulfillment a little bit more refreshing here is by looking for other things that we can do. Now, alcohol is one thing we could do. Drink at home gives us 4 times 10 hours would give us that. So topping off our alcohol bar by doing a drink at home here would not waste any of the drink at home item, but it would drop our hunger because 10 hours has passed and hunger is always dropping. So we do that. Now we're at 31%. Eating at home fulfills 72%, which means we don't have any wasted benefit from that. So we'll eat at home. We're not at 100%, no, but we're still close enough. And so now that way we get the most out of our actions. If we did them in other orders, we'd be wasting some of the benefit and therefore some of our time. And a lot of this game is about managing your time and shaving off every little bit and piece of time wasted. That's why I took the swift legs one, so we use less time when going from point A to point B. Now, being that the benefit of that trait is only 20%, you can't expect to be bouncing back and forth all over town without burning up a lot of time. So you still need to be mindful of it, but it just overall costs you less time. All right, let's see. Do we have a 7? No, we do not want to take a pay cut because I guess the economy went back down even further. So we're just going to work. Now, working 2 shifts will sustain your work performance. Working 3 or more shifts in a single week will boost it up further than it naturally declines. So my goal here is to do 3 shifts per week as a bouncer, and that will get our work performance up nice and high, get us plenty of money coming in, and we can still get our fun back with bar fights right here. And yes, that does leave us with hunger and hygiene and, to a lesser extent, health at a lower position. But we can get those back up just fine, because all we now need to do is take a trip back to our house. We're well below the 73 mark here, so we will eat. And we made a payment on our rent, but that's not much you can do about that. All right, shower is on. I think it is time we do something about our health before. Also, we do kind of want to eat a little bit more, but again, we need to burn up some time so that our hunger goes back down, so that our eat action is more efficient. So let's spend the first half of this week going after refilling our health here. 1, 2. Now, a third one, yeah, we could top us off, but that'd be a ton of wasted effort on the running. But what this does do is this dropped our hygiene again, so we can take a more efficient shower. And now we're at 37%, which if we... yeah, that'll fill us back up nicely. Perfect! And very little wasted, and still plenty of time left in the week to go working. Again, checking for the bar. Nope. And our groceries has expired. Ooh, a BOGO on fast food. Well, actually, that's really good timing. That's really, really freaking good timing. Because the BOGO on fast food makes eating there more efficient than eating at home, because not only does it fulfill a ton of hunger really quickly, but it also gives you it also doubles your fun gain here. Let's see here. I think it is time for us to take a drink to get our hunger nice and low. And you know what? We could also spend some time, because we want our basically we're going to get our hunger from 0 to 100 with that coupon. So let's get that up in there. Yes, I know our hunger is critical. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll take a shower. I know it's even criticaler, but here. So by having that coupon, it doubles the effect for the same price. So we're going to get double the hunger restoration effect, double the fun, and, well, yeah, double the health drop. But still, boom! In 5 hours, we went from 0 to full, whereas it takes 10 hours to eat 73% at home. So when you get the fast food coupon, they're worth it, even if you have groceries going for you. And now we can go to work with plenty of time on the clock and our needs nice and high. Checking for any rates, back to 380, okay. And in here, you know, since our fun's getting a little low, we could do a mid-shift bar fight, and then go back to doing more bouncery stuff, and then more bar fights. And since we're just at 4 hours left, yeah, we'll do one last bar fight there. There we go. Hot dog eating competition. The hot dog eating competition is very similar to eating at the burger joint with a coupon, in that it gets your hunger from 0 to 1. And being that we still haven't picked up groceries, I might actually do that hot dog eating competition. So what I think I'll do here is we'll take a shower. We'll get to the park, and since we're at the park anyway, we might as well go for a run to up our health, and now we can do that hot dog eating competition. Well, boom! Back to full, and it gives us some happiness too while we're at it. Now, since we're in the southern part of town, you know what? Why don't we start considering what to do with our excess funds? Yes, I know, $2,700 is hardly excess funds, but you know what? You gotta start early. Money that's sitting in your bank here is doing absolutely nothing for you. They are lazy assets. So you want your money working for you that you're not immediately using for food and bills and stuff like that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at our two primary means of putting our dormant money to work for us, and that is the exchange and the bank. So the exchange here, aka the stock market, this kind of is tied to the economic growth. The stock market itself is a series of, just random fictional companies. We don't work for any of these. These are just stocks that we can buy and sell. And generally speaking, they will perform at different levels, but how well they perform is generally tied to the economic growth. When economic growth is high, generally everybody's doing well. When economic growth is in the toilet, generally everybody's doing badly. The exceptions are that each individual company has its own sort of invisible management that can, if during bad times actually run it profitably, or during good times actually run it really profitably, or conversely make it tank during good times and make it go bankrupt in bad times. So what you want to do is and it's kind of randomly assigned, and occasionally the management changes. So let's take a look at everyone here. The first thing you want to look at a company, besides the stock price here, is its earnings per share. This is how profitable, or in this case, not profitable, the company is. Generally, you want this to be positive. But in an economy like this right now, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's earnings per share was negative. Quantum Entertainment's bad. Bamboozle Group is actually not bad comparatively. Buzz Electrics is managing to leverage a positive earnings per share in this horrific economic climate. So we're going to keep an eye on them. Toucan is positive. Friendbook is quite positive, actually. Unbiased News Corp's barely positive. Generic Appliance. As they get higher, your expectations for the earnings per share should rise. So these higher ones are bigger companies. So they should have higher earnings per share, but they generally have higher share prices. Whereas these guys are the little ones that have a little bit more volatile. Horizontal Corp is awful, even though it's positive. Neptune is really awful. Riverbank Party Ltd is bad. Wow, even the Money Group is losing money. That's bad when the Money Group is tanking. Of course, that could turn in our favor. But what we're going to want to look at, who was the one that was doing surprisingly well? Friendbook. Friendbook was doing quite well. So now one of the other things you want to see is, and when it comes to buying into and getting in, getting profits going for the stock market, you want to get in at the ground floor. You generally don't want to buy a stock that's already at its highest point. Yeah, it could go a little bit higher. That's a possibility. But, it also might, start dropping and you might start losing money having bought in at the top. So we always want to view the chart here. All right, so, they've been climbing up and they're appropriately priced. So this isn't really a bargain at the moment. Now, granted, once the economy warms back up, it's probably going to shoot up nice and high. So there's a good chance that we'd still make money on the long term. But what I want to find is someone who looks like they're just making turning the corner here. Toucan's actually not doing too bad, all said and done. Buzz Electrics is another one that I'm liking here. And Buzz Electrics, yeah, see, it's near its highest, but it's flat. So we're not buying into a sharp rise here, but they're still rocking some pretty darn good earnings per share for this economy, which means that when the economy heats back up, we're probably going to see a good windfall. So I'm in for 200 shares. All right, so we have officially invested our funds. So now, at this point, we're going to probably want to subscribe to Financial Dimes because they warn us when certain companies have changes in management. Now, we don't necessarily know if that's a good change or a bad change. We just know there's a change. So we can act appropriately depending on what our gut instinct is. Let's take a look here. Bouncer, 3-cent raise, nope. Bar fight. Yeah. Oh, for Pete's sake. Dang Ant. Wasted 20 hours of our day. Yeah, that's just a completely random one. Yeah. We might need to get some foodage so it doesn't drain our happiness too much. Yeah, here, you know what? We're just going to get a burger meal, a regular burger meal. We're going to pop over here, get groceries so we don't forget about them, and then do our working for the day. Yeah, I know, we're back to being hungry again, but at the very least we have groceries now so we can feed ourselves for cheap. Yeah, let's shower at home, and let's go drinking. Oh, hey! I forgot about the dividends. Now, granted, we don't have much invested in there, and the dividend index for the particular stock that we bought into is not high, so these dividends are not very much, but they get paid out twice a year, and depending on your stock holdings, they can be quite substantial. significant at least. Yeah, another swig of alcohol be a good thing to do. 40%, that's not too shabby, although let's work on our health actually. 2 rounds of that, and now we're good and hungry. Take a shower and have some om-noms. Alright. Oh, 3.30. The economy jumped up. We might have something better now. 13, 18? Really? Nope. Oh no. Oh crap! See, that's what happened. We ended the week with our fun too low, and we were totally bored and wasted some money that didn't actually give us any fun points. Now, thankfully, the amount of money you lose scales to the amount of money you have. Later in the game, when you have higher amounts of money, those you got bored events can really sting financially. But thankfully right now, we don't have that much in the way of money, so we don't have much to waste. All right, we got our food back up. Let's go back and hit up the bar. 61, not quite. Oh yeah, well, let's do. What do you get? 61. Yeah, let's do bar fights. Yeah, we'll just do two shots there, and then work on our motives here. Shower and eat. Now, I do need to get myself another carton of beer to keep filling my thing, but what I'm going to do is, since they are in a timer, I'm going to let my alcohol trait go pretty much down to almost nothing, and then get it, and then binge. That way we have some sort of hang time where we're not paying for alcohol, despite the need for it. We're just sort of coasting on our natural week-long buzz. Oh, for Pete's sake, we need some ant repellent in here. This is getting nuts. Alright. Bouncer, 65. Nope. I should have taken that 91 pay when I had the chance to. I'll take a little hit on the chin. It is okay to nibble at your happiness a little bit if it means getting an extra action in. See, now our work performance is in the A range. And once you're in this range, you have a chance of getting your boss gives you a bonus because you've been performing so well. And we could certainly use some of those. That is always a welcome event. Oh, we didn't do bar fights, did we? Poop. All right, well, let's pop back here and bar fight. Because I do not want to... all our bills are coming due again, but that's okay. That's okay. What I do want to do is check out what our stock market is doing. Actually, you know what? I'll check my stock market next time I need to buy groceries. 31, geez. Yep, there's the groceries. Bar fight. That'd be too much waste. Alright, we'll go, let's go shopping. Get our groceries, beer, our groceries of beer, and then we can swing down here and take a look at our stocks. Ooh, Buzzy Electrics. See, it's starting to climb. We bought them at, what did we buy them at? I think it was like 13 something, so they're climbing up to 14. Their earnings per share is higher. And yeah, I mean, again, we're not expecting them to go rocketing through the roof. Actually, Friendbook would have been the better buy because it's rocketing. Well, it's jumping up. So I probably should have gone with Friendbook, which was actually my initial instinct here, but a little bit too late for that. But I don't think Buzzy Electrics will do too badly in there. Although, again, I do need to remember to subscribe to Financial Dimes. All right. Yeah, let's drink. And the financial dime. See, it's a little, I mean, it's $9 every week, so it's a little bit of a money drain, but it's worth it to keep an eye on that. Eat at home. Yeah, drink at home. Yeah, this is going to be a bunch of needs juggling here. Eat at home, and yeah, that should be good. Oops. All right, one more time. Bouncer, $13.35. No, you're not going to give me a raise anytime soon. That's okay. Our time as being a bouncer is not. It's not a permanent gig. Specifically, what we're waiting for is we want to get our work experience over 2,000. That will be sort of the start of our new phase of life. So for the time being, we're just working at the bar, doing our bar thing, doing our bar fight thing for entertainment. 58. Yeah, we can do a drink. That's fine. Check the bouncer. Nope. There we go. Three shifts and then 2 fights and back. And over time, you'll start to develop little rhythms. See, this is why we subscribe to Financial Dimes. Buzz Electrics is under new management. Now, again, we don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. This might be financial geniuses that have just bought the company and are going to take it to the moon, or this might be a bunch of herp-derps that just picked up the company because it seemed like fun to run a company, and they're just going to run it into the toilet. But either way, something is going to change. So that sort of tells us to keep an eye on our stocks. And if we start seeing them go south, liquidate. Run, do not walk to that sell button. But we're gonna need at least 1 week for the market to digest that info before anything really changes. So for the time being, we're gonna stick to our routine. And we are a little bit flush with cash, even though we have that bill incoming. We'll drink. We will shower. And then let's check our finances. Because that makes me nervous, holding that. Oh, 423? Oh! It went even higher, and then the new management took over. So, yeah. We still made money on them. We still made money on it. But we don't want to hold on to Buzz Electrics because that will take us down to Pain Town. Bamboozle. I want Bamboozle to turn themselves around because right now they are a darn good deal, but they also might go bankrupt. And that would not be a good darn good deal. Toucan shot through the roof. Friend book has shot through the roof. Well, comparatively speaking, in an economy this crappy. Unbiased News Corp looks like, yeah, it's actually kind of undervalued, and it's got a really good dividend yield. I might go for Unbiased News Corp here. Generic Appliances has already started picking up. Horizontal got itself back into the positives. It's picking up. Neptune is still kind of in the toilet, but it's a really good buy. I mean, it just shot down here, and it's just now starting to get up there. But, All right, Money Group's back to being profitable. Money Group could actually go through the roof, because Money Group usually goes above 100, but we just don't have the capital to buy that many shares of them. So you know what? I think I'm going to go with my initial instinct here. Is go with Unbiased News Corp here. Yeah, we have a bill coming up due. Well, we're going to be working again, so we'll be making up our money here anyway. 370 shares of Unbiased News Corp. All right, let's check for a raise. No raise. There we go. Get some cash up there. We might need more cash, actually. Ooh, got to them just in time. You can use, even if they expire, you can still eat at home. All right, we're going to come back here and work one more sort of a half shift so we can afford that payment. Hey, we're at 1% of our goal. Our life goal of $1 million. Oh, by the way, our goal increases based on inflation. Now, granted, inflation's really, really low, but by the time we beat this scenario, beat this challenge, we're going to be well over $1 million because inflation inflates the goal too. Okay, let's see here. I think actually that is a good stopping point here. So we made our little stock pivot here. Meanwhile, we are building up our work performance bar. We should start seeing those first your boss commends you for your work performance events rolling in. But again, those are randomly based. So no guarantees there. All right, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.